Welcome back to YotaKing channel. Today I'm upgrading my Tacoma's headlights with the Morimoto XB LED Amber DRL headlights, and I must say that I'm thoroughly impressed with their aesthetics. These headlights is going to completely transform the look of my truck while providing excellent visibility on the road. First and foremost, the build quality of the Morimoto XB headlights is top-notch. The construction feels solid and durable, assuring me that they will withstand the rigors of daily use. The installation process is straightforward. The headlights should fit perfectly into the Tacoma's existing mounting points, requiring no modifications. The Morimoto headlights are designed to be highly efficient, and they consume less power compared to the traditional halogen headlights, which is great for preserving battery life and reducing the strain on the electrical system. Additionally, the LED have a longer lifespan, meaning I won't have to worry about frequent bulb replacements. So my build is going to probably be a little different from yours. I got a high clearance bumper. So for each headlight, it's going to be 10mm socket for those bolts. And then for the grill, it's going to be the same 10mm socket for 2 bolts. Then these pop tabs on each side, and then 2 for the bottom side. I'm going to go ahead and take these clips off, remove the sensors. And like I said, you're gonna have 2 of these pop tabs for each side. And then for me, for my build, my grill is gonna come right off. And lastly, you're gonna need a 10mm socket for just 1 bolt here. And then there's a red clip to the right side. Usually you got to pop that fender flare out. I didn't have to do it because I've been messing with mine for a long time. Now after I removed the retaining screws and the clips securing the old headlights and carefully detaching them from the mounting points, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect my wiring harness connected to the headlights. Now these headlights does come with lube, and I'm going to make sure I smear this on all of them. Now lubricants can aid in maintaining proper electrical conductivity by preventing oxidation or corrosion on connectors or terminals. So make sure you do this to all, and this will extend the lifespan of these connections. This wire harness is for your DRLs, day running lights, and is only necessary to install this if your rig does not come with DRLs from the factory. If you're not sure, just go to your cab and look for this knob and you'll see a selection for DRL. If you don't have it, just use the harness. My rig is equipped with DRL, so I will not use the harness, and I'll just tape the ends of these plugs for my headlights. But I will show you how I would connect it to a source. Now, when you have your wiring harness and all these plugs in front of you, you might get a little anxious. Don't worry about it. It's a plug and play. You can't mess this up. The plugs will not fit to the ones they don't belong because they're made specifically for the ones that are intended. So go ahead and find them, plug each and every one of them. Now the source you can use is the 10 amp labeled I and J or EFI in your fuse box. Those are the ones recommended. Mine are actually already taken. It's not the one I just chose here in the video. This is just for demonstration. But if yours are taken as well, then you're going to need to find a source, one that would work with your headlights. Now, just before I do the glory lap, I'm going to make sure that all my connections are right, that this light's going to turn on before I mount it, before I close that hood. Now, as you're facing the front of your car, that bracket right there, you're going to want to slide your headlight bracket to the left of that and slide that through this and just make sure it sits in the saddle. So now it's time to button everything back up, and I'm going to show you here how to level your headlights so you're not blinding all the oncoming traffic. All right, to level your headlights, first thing you want to do is find yourself some level ground, a nice wall garage door with ample room behind you, about 20 feet. You want to measure from your grill to the wall around 3 feet, doesn't have to be exact. Then go to your headlight, a little to the right, and you're going to see this little circle, little dimple. You're going to want to measure from that dimple down to the ground. And remember that measurement. And this is why I said you want to have level ground, because you want this to be even across the board. And you don't want to screw this up, because this is going to make a big difference. Now, every truck's going to be different because depending on your tire size. Now, go ahead and whip out some painter's tape if you have that handy. And I'm going to go ahead and center this painter's tape with the middle of my rig. And on both sides of the headlights, I'm going to measure from the headlight to the wall to center that and also mark it with painter's tape. You'll see why here in a second. Now go ahead and get the measurement you got from the headlight, the dimple, to the ground, and transfer it over to your painter's tape and make that mark. Then go down about 2 inches from there and make another mark. Now go ahead and whip out your painter's tape that you're so proud of, and you want to go ahead and center that painter's tape between both marks. Now with some measuring tape, go ahead and measure from the wall back about 20 feet and back up your rig to that 20-foot marker. You want the front of your rig to the 20-foot marker. And if you don't have measuring tape, it's not the end of the world. Just go ahead and step it off about 7 steps. If you're 5'10", or 5'11", give or take, it's 3 feet for every step. Open up your hood and look behind your brand new headlights, and you're going to see this wheel right in the center with some teeth. Grab a screwdriver, and you want to go ahead and mess with that until your lights hits that blue painter's tape that you have centered, and you want it pretty damn close on it or right under it. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys, but look how far I was off. Now look how on point I am. The most striking features of these headlights for me is the LED DRLs, man. I mean, they just add a touch of style and a uniqueness to my Tacoma, and it definitely makes me stand out from the crowd. They're bright, highly visible, and for me, on the safety aspect, very improved. Now when it comes to light performance, the Morimoto truly shine. These headlights, for me, produce a very crisp, clear, and a well-defined beam pattern that enhances my visibility on the road, especially at night. The light output is superior to the stock halogen headlights, and they do provide a brighter and wider illumination, especially when I go off-grid. And another aspect worth mentioning is the color temperature of the LEDs. The amber DRLs complement my Tacoma's design, and it gives it this modern and sleek appearance. And then the color temperature of the headlights is so well balanced that it offers a natural and a pleasant light output that doesn't strain my eyes. In terms of price, these headlights may be slightly more expensive than the generic options, but you can't compare. The quality and the performance that these deliver make them worth the investment. Overall, I'm extremely satisfied. They excel in terms of build quality, aesthetics, visibility, and energy efficiency. So if you're looking to upgrade your Tacoma's headlights, I highly recommend considering these headlights for a remarkable improvement in both form and function. Hope you guys dug the video. Leave a comment, like my video, helps me out with the algorithms, and I'll keep dishing out more content. Peace, y'all.